And the first thing I think any photographer should have is a trusty tripod. Tripods, no matter what type of photography you are doing, are I would see as essential to keep your photographs nice and steady. A good tripod will last a long time. I recommend that if possible to visit a camera shop as well to try them out. You can test them out with your phones. You can find one that's the right size for you depending on your needs. Manfrotto, the ones shown here, a very good brand, but they are also quite pricey as well. But very, very flexible, will pretty much fit any type of phone too. They're perfect for landscapes and particularly doing long exposures at night. It'll just keep things nice and steady and give you nice, crisp, sharp photographs. So definitely check out a tripod. Delay timer. This is one that I came across myself in a real life situation that I found to be very useful. I was at a concert. I was there with my wife and her sister and my sister-in-law, and quite short, so she was struggling to take photographs above the crowd. So what I said to her was, if she used the 2-second timer, so in other words, you press the shutter button, it'll fire after 2 seconds. That gave her enough time to hold the camera or the phone above her head, above the crowd, to get the shot without struggling to try and reach it. And that way her shots were a lot sharper, a lot steadier, and she got some really terrific photographs. So do check that out. Most will have a 2, 5 or 10 second option, and you'll see a symbol that looks something like a clock. Focus on the eyes when doing portrait photography. We make connections with our subjects through the eyes. So if you're into doing portraits, always make sure to use that focus to touch onto the eyes to make sure that everything is nice and sharp. And the same goes for pets and for animals as well. We make connections through the eyes. As they say, they're the windows to our soul. So always make sure that they're sharp, as it's always the first place where someone instinctively looks in a portrait. Mix up your angles. Don't just shoot from eye level. Don't just shoot from your own height. Things will get very boring very, very quickly. So mix it up. One of the things that makes phones very, very advantageous in this is that you're only limited by how much your body can actually move. So point up, point down, get high, get low, and get those unique photographs. Photography is about seeing things in a different way, and mixing up your angles will absolutely show the world in a different way. When you're doing video, if you're a fan of doing video, please record in landscape. We tend to record in portrait, but we don't see the world in portrait, especially when we watch things like TV, or if we're in the cinema. When it's the last time that you saw something filmed in a portrait mode? Go landscape, and it'll give your viewers a much better sense of engagement. And finally, enjoy your photography. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Experiment with what you can capture. Photograph new subjects. You will find your style and you will carve out a niche for yourself in time. But you'll only do that if you explore. Take your time. You're in no hurry. Photography is something that can be quite meditative and very enjoyable and extremely satisfying. You need to keep learning and improving. You're not going to be good after one lesson. You're not going to be good after 10 lessons. It's something that we do for life. And I am still learning every single day. And I'm finding new things every single day. And that's part of the joy of it all. Share your photographs. We can be quite private. We can be lacking confidence when it comes to sharing our shots. It is important to do because we can get feedback. It will also help us to develop our own critical understanding in regards to our photography. Explore new ideas and interact with other photographers. Interact with them on social media. Like their photographs. They like your photographs. And you might get new ideas, or even collaborate with somebody and start creating something really spectacular. And you build yourself a portfolio. You will add new shots to your portfolio every single day if you keep going out there and photographing, and you will see an improvement. Think about the very first photograph you took, and think about the most recent one that you took, and see the difference between them. And don't be too hard on yourself. Photographers tend to be self-deprecating and lacking confidence, as I said. But don't be too hard for yourself. Photography is fun. Have fun with it. And that's when you're going to get the best photographs.